Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a first for me for many years. A colour television. Now, what about that then? I do remember these at the kind of end up of my time in the company called Clydesdale. Prior to the time of being moved on to audio, I do remember them, and I have to say, not too much. The initial one I remember was the 6100, similar setup, similar ideas, similar mode of operation, and I went on the course for that, and I actually quite liked the 6100, I have to say. I thought it was a nice operating little TV, plastic cabinet of course, but a nice picture, but bedogged with quite a number of faults, especially in the scan drive panel. If there was a fault showing up anywhere else, it would shut it down. Yeah, and you could bypass that, of course, by running it with a PP3 battery to get the oscillator running, etc. So that would help with fault finding. But there were a number of instances where if I was outside, on the odd occasion I was outside in the field, you would go to a 6100 that was dead, and you find that the field engineer had soldered in a PP3 battery and it had gone flat. So, which unfortunately wasn't really the way to fault find on these. But this works in a similar way. It's a good neck, I have to say. It's tidy. It's clean. I've had a look round about it. The usual things like the round here under this resistor here, there's a certain amount of discoloration of the PCB board, but you're even getting that back in the day, to be fair. So this is an area of the circuitry that I'll check out and make sure everything there is okay. Probably change the resistor to a longer standoff type to reduce that problem. Although I have to say, it's not really going to get used. I might just do this up, see if it works. If it doesn't work, I might pass it on. I have no room, to be fair, and my interest is not very much in colour. It never has been, and it never will be. But a wee challenge for me to bring back some memories and see what's needing to be done. I got it yesterday. I knew about it, and the guy had said, "Oh, there's a Murphy TV," and I was like, "Oh, good, a nice Murphy." But he didn't even know what it was. But unfortunately, what he's done is he plugged it in. As usual, these people, no matter what advice you give them, they breach in, they plug them in with little knowledge, and that you could cause further damage, rather than checking it out to make sure that the set is in a state that it can be plugged in. But apparently he said there was noise from the speaker, but nothing on the screen. So that could be anything. So the plan today is to go through it all, do some code checks, make sure there's no dry joints, etc. Have a wee poke about the capacitors to make sure there's nothing swelling out or leaking or so on, and then go for there. The top of the chopper transformer looks a bit distressed. It's a bit black at the back, and there's a kind of deposit on it. I don't see anywhere where it's been arcing to or what. It could be something from the convergence board, but I don't see anything there, and it's not possible that it would probably drip on there anyway. The line transformer looks reasonably tidy, etc. But as I say, the set looks in pretty reasonable nick. There's hardly any dust on it as well, so which is always a bonus. So I'll update the thread and the videos in due course when I get time. I'm not saying I've got time today to really do much to it. The bench, as you can see, is a slight bit of a tip, so I need to get the place tidied up before I do anything with this as well. But my first foray into colour TV for rather a long time. The last time, I believe, was this Decca CTV 22, the 22-inch dual standard set that I had modified the decoder to work on NTSC 405 lines, which it did, but that set was a big brute of a thing, big console set, well, semi-console kind of size, and this working area I have is not big. So unfortunately it went the way it went. It had to be put outside actually for a while because of there was work getting done in the house, and there was stuff that was brought into here. The TV obviously was well down the pecking list. That was wrapped up with, I don't know how much what do you call it, bags, etc., plastic bags, a cover, etc., all taped up nicely. It was left outside for about a month, but unfortunately somehow water got into it and the set was destroyed. Cabinet had started delaminating, water had got onto the boards, unfortunately, and that was after really doing what I thought at the time a very good job. It just shows you. So it went away. It was eventually dismantled for bits and pieces, and I have no idea where it went to. I think some guys took stuff off me, but that was a number of years ago. So as I say, this is the first foray into colour for a long time, and I'll certainly give it a go, but it's not a keeper. I don't intend keeping it. If somebody that we know of wants it as it is, they're more than welcome, but so long as they come and pick it up here in Scotland, Kilmarnock. I'm not posting it, I'm not getting involved with couriers or anything like that. I'm not being difficult, but I have enough on my plate as it is without having to wrap up TVs, wait for people coming, and so on and so forth. But they're more than welcome to come here. There'll be nice cups of tea, biscuits, a time to relax and a time to blether, and anyone interested is more than welcome to come for it. I have no issues with that, but as I say, I don't wrap up for carriers now, I'm afraid. It just takes too much time and it costs me money at the end of the day. So there we go, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. If you don't subscribe to my channel, please do so, and tick the notification bell so any new videos that come on. I'm not as busy on the YouTube channel at the moment, a lot of things happening, and unfortunately I'm not doing so much. The buzzing you can hear is my inverter, which at the moment is running a heater. We've got some good charge today off the solar panels, and in fact, let me see how many amps we're getting at the moment. Don't forget this it's March, early March. Let me see how many amps we're getting off it. We're getting near, well there you go, near enough 18 amps off it today. So that's easily running my little heater, and I'll show you the kind of day we've got. As you can see, beautiful day here in sunny Kilmarnock. Yeah. And one or two clouds here and there, but nothing to worry about. But nice day, and we're certainly going to enjoy it. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Take care everyone, and all the best.